and you do want to pay into this thing, this community that we're trying to make, and you've got some extra cash and you want to kind of help out and support, the idea would be that you buy a plugin and then you get to support, and that's great, but you get a plugin. The first video I ever posted on this channel was called Welcome to Nevermore, and in that video I said this. Nevermore is more than a YouTube channel. It is a one-man virtual instrument and plugin company. Nevermore will be providing a whole series of free-to-keep plugins that will be yours to keep without subscription, no bollocks, forever. Now those plugins obviously haven't materialized yet, and I just wanted to give a kind of an update, a kind of state of the union, because a few things have changed since then. The channel has grown a lot. It's actually 10 times bigger in terms of subscriber count and views and all that sort of stuff than it was when I posted that video, which is amazing, and I am super grateful. Everybody has been lovely. Everybody says that like synth YouTube or music YouTube is dying, or it's toxic or whatever. I've seen a lot of that on YouTube, but yeah, everyone has been really lovely. I think the nastiest comment I've had is that I look like Hagrid, which, I mean, it's not even wrong. So I thought we'd go through and just give some updates on a few different things and just lay out, hopefully, how I see the future of the channel going in the next year or so. Maybe we'll do one of these once a year. Number one, the plugins are coming. They're a little bit late. They're a little bit further behind than I wanted them to be. The reason for that is not actually the development of the plugins themselves. The plugins are, there's 3 or 4 at the moment that are like 9/10 ready to go. I've got a really great teeny tiny team of people helping me to test them, like friends that I've made, you know, through the years that are really amazing people, and they've been cool enough to give me a hand at testing that stuff. So like Jamie, Gwyd, Joe, all of you are awesome, and I really appreciate you. Thank you. The first plugin that you will see from Nevermore is going to be called Volumes. And what Volumes is it's kind of an alternative to, say, Spitfire Labs or the Crowhill Company's Vaults. It's going to be completely free, and the idea is it's like an anthology of different instruments, and each instrument will be released maybe like once a month, once every 2 months. You'll get an update to Volumes, you download it, and now you have an extra instrument in that plugin on tap for you to use. These are going to be instruments that I've made or that I've, you know, acquired, like sampled and all that sort of stuff. They're going to have boutique effects, like specially built in for each instrument. Some of them are global, some of them are unique to each instrument. Volumes is, I think, really cool. I'm already really loving some of the sounds that I've put into Volumes. At launch, the current plan is that Volumes will contain 2 volumes. Each instrument is going to be called a volume. The instruments will be called volumes. The plan is that Volumes at launch will include 2, and I'm not going to tell you what they're going to be yet, although I will say one of them is planned to be the kind of ubiquitous mandatory piano. Oh no, not another piano. Yes, another piano. There are, as I said, 3 or 4 plugins that are ready to go. One of them is a really sick algorithmic reverb that I'm really looking forward to sharing with everybody. I am doing my absolute best to make these things. I've never developed software before this. I'm not a professional coder. I am leveraging every piece of technology that I have at my disposal to make these things as good as I can possibly make them. There's machine learning, and there's algorithms, and there's all sorts of stuff in there. And yeah, it's complicated and it's hard and it's taking a long time, but hopefully you get your hands on the results and you really like them. Part 2, brand deals and sponsorship deals and stuff. Nevermore is still a really small channel, but we have had the first ever, I keep saying we, it's just me here, I don't know why I keep saying we. It's just like, you know, it sounds more official if you say we, doesn't it? But no, just me. I have had a company reach out and offer to send me a pedal. They haven't sent it yet. I think they're having some trouble with manufacturing and stuff, but I just wanted to, just before any of that stuff starts, I mean, hopefully, you know, Nevermore continues into the future and more people engage with it and the community gets bigger, and that will probably attract companies to send things, you know. I think that's how that's supposed to work. So I just want to lay this out right now. For me and for you, I am not interested in being told what to cover or what to say. If I'm sent a thing, that's great. I will cover it as I see fit. If I don't like it, I'm going to send it back. I'm not interested in putting, there's enough negativity in the world as it is. I'm not interested in putting even more out there. Okay. So if I get sent something and I don't like it, it's just going back. I'm not going to talk about it. If I get sent something and I do like it, I will make a video on it. I will get some cool sounds out of it, or as cool as I can get anyway, and I will put it out there into the world. They will not see the video before you do, and they will not have any input on what I say or how I demo the pedal or synth or whatever it is that I get sent in this hypothetical future where I see a modicum of success. I just thought it would be beneficial to lay that out there now, because I know obviously, and lastly, I will tell you when a video is sponsored. It will be in the video, at the start of the video, every single time. I'm not out here to deceive people. I'm not out here to shill for companies. I'm not out here to be a salesman for anybody. I'm out here to build a community. I'm out here to give software tools to anybody that wants to use them, and I'm here to have fun and make music and hopefully help other people make music and demo stuff that I think is cool. That's what Nevermore is for. I'm not a sales platform. Thirdly, Nevermore now has over 1,000 subscribers and over 3,000 watch hours, which means that we are kind of half monetized on YouTube. So I'm not getting ad revenue or anything, but I can offer like memberships and super chats and super thanks, I think, where people can kind of give money for things. I'm not doing memberships. I don't like the idea of people giving me money and me not giving them anything in return. I make these videos for free because I like making them, right? You don't need to send money for that. I'm not interested in doing the membership thing because people are going to send me money, and realistically in return I can give them like some WAV files of synths that they can sample, and I can give them some behind the scenes stuff from making videos. I can just put that stuff on the website. Like, go to nevermoreaudio.co.uk. If you want me to put that stuff on the website, I'll do it. I'll make little sample packs, or I'll post, the full WAV of a synth demo or something, and you can go in there and cut it up. You can just have that. You don't need to have a membership to Nevermore on YouTube or pay for access to that information. I'd like to just give you the information. With that said, super chats, I think, are only in live streams, as far as I'm aware. It's not something I've ever interacted with. It's not something I've ever used. So I don't even know if you can do those. Super thanks, I believe, are under the video, and I think they start at like £2. If you want to do that, then amazing. Thank you. In terms of where that money will go, the Nevermore Audio plugins, in order to release those plugins, I need about £800 worth a year of licensing and Apple developer accounts and other licensing and Steinberg SDKs to be able to publish VST3 plugins, and it's actually on my desk. I need to sign it, and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be about £800 to £1,000 a year. So anything that goes in the super thanks tank. I mean, number one, thank you so much for your support. That's crazy, and it's not something I ever expected. And number two, if you do want to do that, that's where the money is going to go. It's going to go into the licensing fees for releasing these plugins out into the world so that I can release them out into the world. At the moment, in terms of the plugins, the holdup is those licensing fees. So I want to get Volumes out. Volumes is kind of done, touch wood. It's like kind of ready to go, I think. All the feedback that we've had has been really, really positive. Some of the guys I mentioned earlier that have been testing have actually sent me demo tracks that they've made with Volumes, which are really, really cool. Jamie even did a Sleep Token cover of Atlantic with some of the Volumes instruments that is really, really sick. I've asked him to kind of clean that up. I don't know if he's going to do it, but I've asked him to kind of clean that up, and maybe we can release it alongside Volumes, because that would be really cool. The holdup is the £1,000 a year worth of licensing fees, right? Okay, because I need to have £1,000 to just spend on licensing fees. I also need to spend money in general life. But if we're talking about just the Nevermore money, not only do I need the licensing money, but I also need money to buy gear that I can then sell on afterwards. But I need to be able to buy gear to review and show and demo and all that sort of stuff. Running Nevermore has been really expensive. It's been a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, if you do decide to do the super thanks thing, that's where the money's going to go. It's going to go into those licensing fees. The reason I'm not doing memberships, as on top of what I already said, is that Nevermore has a forum. So you can go over to the Nevermore website, there's a forum, you can join the forum, you can chat, you can discuss all that sort of stuff there. So we already have kind of a members area and it's free. All you got to do is sign up. And secondly, if I'm not offering you anything in return, I'm not really comfortable taking your money. So the idea with the plugins is that, yes, there are going to be free ones. There's going to be quite a few free ones. And then there's going to be some paid ones. And the paid ones will be as cheap as I can conceivably possibly make them, because I want tools that are accessible for musicians so that we can make stuff without having to pay £600 for a synth string library or whatever. It's stupid. So yeah, the plan is that if you want to support Nevermore and you do want to pay into this thing, this community that we're trying to make, and you've got some extra cash and you want to kind of help out and support, the idea would be that you buy a plugin and then you get to support, and that's great. But you get a plugin and that's awesome, and you can make music with it, right? That seems like I'm much more comfortable with that relationship than just taking what is effectively donations. I don't like that. Anyway, that is about it. I haven't got a new synth or new pedal or anything in a few months, so I haven't got anything to really demo, which is why I'm doing mostly software related things. I think next week though, I'm just going to have a kind of a mess about. Somebody asked in the comments a little while ago, it would be really cool just to see you use these things. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think maybe I'll get the motor synth out and we'll plug a keyboard in, and we'll play some stuff and we'll run through the space echo, and we'll just have a fun time. I think that sounds pretty good fun. I don't know how many people are going to watch it, but maybe kind of, is there anything that you would like to see on the channel, like those kind of like experimentation sessions, or maybe like tips and tricks and lessons and stuff? I mean, I could do a bit of that. You know, there's all sorts of things I could potentially do. It's just, what do you want to see? So if you've watched up to this point, get in the comments and tell me what you'd like to see. On top of that, as I said earlier, Nevermore does have a forum, so go over there, sign up, get stuck in. You can share your music. There's all sorts of stuff going on. So you can talk amps and tubes, or you can talk pedals or synths, or all sorts of wonderful stuff. Whatever you want to talk about, it's there, I promise. Sign up on the Nevermore website because you will get a heads up when we launch those plugins. Subscribe, like, share, etc. All the YouTube-y crap. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all the support so far. It has been wild. See you next time.